Friends is, well, very fresh in the mind of the public. And today I'm going to be talking about a fan theory that's been circulating for years and frankly lines up perfectly. It's the fact that Phoebe is actually carrying her own kids and not her brothers. You see, when the gestational period should have been starting for her kid, Phoebe had a very tough choice to make. Was she going to abort it? Was she going to keep it? What was she going to do with this child? Which she had no prior experience on how to properly raise a child. Whether it be her fake mom committing suicide, her grandma just never ending the lies that she was trying to spoon feed her daughter, her father walking out on her, or her realizing her real mom was Phoebe. The first Phoebe, who used to have sort of a, how can I put this, polyamorous relationship with her father, who impregnated her in high school and had to give the baby away to her other girlfriend, which was Phoebe's mom, who had later passed away. Phoebe has not had a very good life, and even her sister Ursula doesn't even feel connected to her. And how could she, a person like that, raise a child? That was what she was faced with. She was terrified, and likely so. And when her half brother Frank, who was also really weird, at the age of 18, was trying to have kids with his teacher, she only had a few $1,000s to spend on this surrogacy that Phoebe was going to undertake. But that's the thing. Basically within the show, she took the treatment, whatever, and that day, and then that night, she took a pregnancy test and it passed positive. Now, if you know anything about pregnancy tests, these things don't have false positives very often, if at all. And the fact that she immediately had one was proof that she was carrying this kid for, well, some time, that this was not Frank's baby. Frank Jr., I mean. Now, did Frank raise these kids? Of course he did. They were triplets, and they were all just blown away, and Phoebe was terrified. And, petrified, likely so, because when her mother, her real mom, was trying to show her how hard it is to give up a baby, it just made that decision ever so much stronger. How much that much more severe on how much that was going to affect Phoebe. And she had some freakouts, but basically the fan theory goes that she lied her way into having her friends think she was okay when really she wasn't, and she was having a very troubling time dealing with this. And even later in the series, she wanted to take one of the kids back when Frank was like, "Oh, we can't have all these kids. Maybe you want to take one?" And Phoebe, being the mom of these kids that she is, she was like, "Okay, sure," immediately. Like, that doesn't run some red flags with you? Anyone else who watches the show, Friends? I know it's from the 90s, but, still, the show is really good and it holds up. Anyway, there's all of those things basically add up to the assertion, especially the pregnancy time frame, which makes no sense at all if these were Frank's kids, that Phoebe Buffay had triplets with a man and then decided to give them up due to her lack of experience and the amazing amount of experience the teacher lady, I still can't get over that Frank married. She was a much older woman, and obviously she looked like she was able to raise a kid, which she really, really wanted to do and knew she couldn't. Now, is it wrong that Phoebe lied to them? Yes, obviously that is. But she did it for a good reason. She wanted to give these kids a home they deserved, a home that wanted them, a home that could properly take care of them, even if Frank is 18.